Hey, what's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video, and today we're looking again at e-bikes, but it's totally something new. So on my channel we reviewed mostly some Chinese e-bikes, so most of the e-bikes actually come from China, but this time we have a European brand made in Italy. Now Noko sent me two e-bikes. I think in the box should be the Nokourban and the Nokotempo. Now not 100% sure because from the package I cannot tell and also not which one is which one, but we'll just start straight away to unpack them and then compare both of the e-bikes. And for more information, make sure to check the description. Alright guys, so I just opened up the package, and what is really amazing about Noko is now on some Chinese companies, when you get the e-bike, because they want to save space for the shipping, because shipping from China is expensive, you get it in a lot of small parts you have to assemble. But here the e-bike looks actually completely assembled, or at least to 90%. I see the pedals are like not assembled. But that's it. So the bike comes to you and you can probably start riding it within 5 minutes. Wow, and it's pretty lightweight. So I need to check out the final weight of the bike, but as you can see, you can easily take it out with one hand. And this is the red version and it looks really stunning. The packaging looks also quite premium. As you can see, it comes with a welcome kit and a small box, so I guess there's the charger inside, but let's have a closer look. Now, oh my god, this is pretty much the highest standard I've ever seen on an e-bike. So it comes even with, I guess it's grease. Then here we even have proper lights to install. That's also pretty cool. And here also we have, as you can see, all the reflectors, really important. With Chinese e-bikes you have to buy them separate because mostly they don't come with reflectors, and also battery powered light, and here we have the pedals. Well, the frame, as you can see, it comes pretty well protected, and that's good because it's painted in a really nice red, and if it would come with scratches from the shipping that would be really unfortunate. But wow, so this color is really beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Tesla red because I wanted to buy a red Model 3 and it's quite similar color, this deep red, really cool. Well guys, now let's adjust the handlebar. So we just have to unscrew the two screws here and then we should be able to turn it. So let's get the wheel straight and there we go. Now the only thing left now, I guess, is to screw in the pedals, and tool is inside of the box, so all you have to do is just put it in and tighten it with the tool. Now here we have the second bike. Let's get it out. Comes pretty much in the same packaging. And there we go. And here I can already see this one here is belt driven, so I'm pretty excited about this one. Now, because it's more convenient in the city and you actually don't need the gears, this one here is belt driven, but the rest is pretty much similar because it comes also completely assembled. And the nice thing about the belt driven one, it's kind of maintenance free. And yeah, let's also unpack this one. It comes with an orange frame, which looks pretty cool, to be honest. And it's also, I think, a nice color that you are seeing in the city traffic. So sometimes, you know, it's quite dangerous with a bike in the city, so it makes really sense to get some poppy colors so other people around you also easier notice you. Alright, and just like on the other bike, what we have to adjust is the handlebar, but the handlebar is already mounted, so the good thing is you just need to turn it, and not like on some other e-bikes where you have to completely assemble the handlebar.
Alright, so enough of the unboxing experience and let's jump right in and talk about the bikes. Now, I've been riding both bikes now for well over 2 weeks, and let's get started with the Nokourban, which is honestly the best e-bike we have reviewed on this channel. Its style is inspired by traditional city bikes, and no way at all this looks like an e-bike. It's really the cleanest looking e-bike I've had so far, and it weighs only 14.2 kilograms due to its aluminum frame, carbon forks and its incredibly light drive system. So it's also easy to carry it around in public transport or upstairs. In the Noko online shop it's also fully customizable to your needs with handlebars, grips, mudguards, whatever you want. As already mentioned before, Noko frames are handmade in Italy, so we have perfect welding which is almost not visible and it's really clean. Also, the paint job is perfect without any bubbles, scratches or inconsistent paint. I also really like the little details like the torque for the screws, which is displayed on the frame. It's available in 3 frame sizes and comes with a 250 watt FSA system HM 1.0, which is considered as the best hub motor on the market. That means you can also use the FSA system app to upgrade the firmware and check for problems or see the kilometer count on the bike. The maximum speed is 25 km per hour and its max torque is 43 Nm. Of course, with pedaling more you can go to a higher speed, and I could even reach over 30 km per hour easily. The range is claimed to be up to 100 km in lowest pedal assist, but it can even be upgraded with a range extender to double the range. The 36 volt battery is non-removable and it's integrated in the frame, and it's made by Samsung. Transmission is from SRAM, one of the world's biggest component manufacturers, and is also really good quality. The SRAM Apex 1 is a system with a single front crown and 11 sprockets, allowing for instant and precise upshifting and downshifting thanks to double tap technology. The disc brakes are SRAM level sets with 160mm discs and are out of the box working perfect. Nothing needs to be adjusted and the brakes are strong and there's no noise at all. And honestly, brakes are the most important thing regarding safety in city traffic. It comes with Vision aluminum wheels as standard equipment and carbon wheels as an optional upgrade which you can choose, which makes the bike even more lightweight. Vision wheels are wind tunnel designed for competitive use, and in everyday use the increased aerodynamics and the better rolling of the bearings results in an even smoother and less tiring ride. The charging port is at the bottom of the frame and it comes with a flap to prevent water entry, and it came already with a kickstand attached. The saddle can be adjusted with the included Allen key, and it would maybe be the only thing I would change because on longer rides it can get really hard. However, that's my personal preference. Same goes for the grips and the handlebar. Now by default the handlebar was a bit too low for me as I have some back issues. Probably a one size bigger frame would have been better for me, but also it was no problem to install some aftermarket handlebar riser, which made the bike really perfect for me. The bike is compatible with most accessories you can find on the market anyway. Also, if you don't like the included lights, it's no problem at all as it's not fixed on the bike. Now for me personally, the rear light looks pretty amazing, but the front light is a bit bulky, keeping in mind that this is an e-bike which is really slim and sporty. But that's my personal taste. Anyway, it's cool that Noko includes everything you need to be street legal, including a bell. In order to turn on the bike, you just need to press the single button and then you can change between the modes. Noko has 5 assistance levels that can be distinguished by colors. When the system is switched on, the button will alternate 2 lights indicating the charge state and the assistance level selected. To check the state of the battery, look at the flashing lights, and to check the level of the assistance, you just look at the steady light. My bike also came with a remote for the modes made by Garmin, and it was already mounted on the handlebar. Now it's really useful and more safe than reaching to the middle of the frame, and it's wireless battery powered. Personally, I really love not having a screen, as this makes the bike less obvious to be an e-bike and also less attractive to thieves in the city. But how does this beauty drive? Well guys, I have to tell you, it is very smooth. The smooth ride is largely due to the use of an integrated torque sensor. The motor assists only when necessary, thus improving the battery life and also the biking range, and does so without the kick other motors have, but simply helping the rider by reducing the overall effort. Upon reaching the legal speed limit of 25 km per hour, there isn't any unpleasant feeling of hitting the brakes, which is quite common with many mid-motors. This is because the FSA system HM 1.0 is the only hub motor that has virtually no resistance when not engaged over 25 km per hour, or when the system is turned off or in eco mode or with a drained battery. This means you can ride the bike without any effort, also when it's empty. It's a huge benefit which I miss on many other e-bikes. Especially cheap Chinese e-bikes are really horrible to ride without assistance. The bike can also be charged from 0 to 100% in around 4 hours. Now shifting the gears is smooth as butter, and the rolling resistance feels also pretty good. The brakes are strong and well defined, and I feel like I have good control over the geometrics of the frame. However, my only complaint here would be the hard frame without suspension, as on cobblestone roads it can be really hard. but surprisingly other bumps or other bumpy roads it absorbs really quite well. Other than that, it was really the best driving experience I've ever had on an e-bike on the road, but as well also off-road or even in steep slopes, as it comes with plenty of gears. Also, the range is great. I went for a 60-kilometer ride with the bike and still had plenty of juice left. So 90 to 100 kilometers is really realistic with the bike, of course depending on your driving behavior. But now let's talk about the Nokotempo. It's a variant with a step-through frame. Now for those who prefer the comfort of this design when commuting in the city or simply love the style. It offers the same technical specifications, including the same disc brakes, hub motor and even the range. It also comes with Vision aluminum wheels as standard equipment and carbon wheels as an optional upgrade. Now my model came already with a luggage carrier attached, a smartphone mount on the handlebar and a more comfortable handlebar for the city traffic. The only thing I would change here is the seat, as it comes with the same seat as the Nokourban, which I think for daily commuting to work isn't the most comfortable one. But other than that, it was really perfect. Also the mudguards have already been attached, and the same as with the Nokourban, the frame really screams quality and I couldn't find any little flaw on the frame. The Nokoforza and the Nokotempo are equipped with the VIA transition belt system. It's made in the USA, including a 40mm carbon fiber split belt. This system guarantees not only a very quiet ride, but also a substantial absence of maintenance, so it's pretty much maintenance free. There is longer life than traditional chain, and also while using it it's much cleaner because you don't need any lubrication that may end up on your shoes or whatever. In addition, using a split belt allows Noko e-bikes to maintain a frame without any opening points, and therefore they are more solid and safe. There's also belt tensioner, which allows to automatically set the correct tensioning and avoids losing and decreasing tension. Also, if you have to take off the rear wheel, there is no need to adjust anything as the tensioner does the job really well. Now other belt drives require very high and very specific tension, which means if you do some maintenance on the bike, a tension testing device is needed to know if the belt drive is being reinstalled correctly. Now VIA is an engineering focused company and they really care about the longevity of its components and the ability for them to just work. Now VIA cogs can last up to 4 times longer than others because they're 2 times harder. VIA also uses the strongest belt in the world, and those belt drives are extremely quiet, and when tested side by side, they're even quieter than other belt drives on the market. The riding experience is even smoother than on the Nokourban, and that really makes it perfect for riding to work with the least effort possible. The brakes are the same, super strong with good control, which is really perfect for city traffic, and also my wife really loved the riding experience. Overall, we were really impressed with both of the e-bikes. Of course they have a different purpose, but for me personally the Nokourban is a really amazing bike which you can use in any use case, and more likely the Nokotempo is a bike which my wife would take to the job inside of city traffic. Overall, Noko is finally a player in the e-bike industry, focusing on quality over quantity, because the last year so many e-bikes came on the market, mainly from China, but most of them were really not good, or at least living up to European standards. And even though these bikes come at a higher price tag, I think on the long run they're really a smart purchase.
Alright guys, so we're now here at the end of this review, and Noko really surprised me. Now I was expecting, probably designed in Italy, still kind of the Chinese feeling on the e-bike, but those e-bikes feel amazingly premium. Now not only from the looks, also from the materials, how they handle, of course the price tag because they're a bit pricier, but for me personally I think they are really worth it if you want to have a high quality e-bike and not have to worry about what happens if it breaks. Do I have to reach out to China? Because if you're in Europe, it's really easy to get replacements. Italy, just for Austria, it's next door country. And also I don't have any thoughts about will they replace my parts, will they cover warranty, will they take care? Because in Europe, they have to take care. So the Nokotempo is a pretty amazing e-bike if you want to, with the least effort and most comfort, commute, for instance, to your work, because it's belt driven, it's very smooth to ride, especially with all the accessories like the phone holder, the luggage carrier, This is a very comfortable bike for, I would say, more city usage. And this is a bike which you can of course also use in the city to drive around, but also, for instance, like my father goes on 70-kilometer bike trips around the Danube, then this is more the option I would use. Alright guys, so big thanks for watching this video. If you want to have more information on the e-bikes, I'll leave you all the links down below in the description. Now again, it was for me a big surprise that there is a European brand that also pushes e-bike technology with pretty high quality. So if you have any questions about the e-bikes, you can also leave them down below. And as always guys, I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'm signing out. Bye.